Twitch or YouTube? We gonna find out. Okay. I think it's Twitch. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but we gonna find out. It you know like it's Mondays I think are always like that like heavy workflow day. I mean every day is, but at least Monday for example, you kind of start off by saying like okay, like this is everything I have to do, you know? So it's gonna be a busy week, but at the same time, I like busy because again, it helps me stay productive. And today I didn't get to go to the gym because I went to sleep late last night trying to get all the timestamps done, but they're done. So I'm like, okay, cool. So today, since I started off later, I was like, what could I do to get a good exercise still? Because although I didn't go to the gym, I'm like, I still want to have my rhythm of getting like that early morning dopamine. And so I took Mr. Mohawk to a park. We went to a park and it was, I mean, it wasn't as big as I would have liked, but it was cool because it was gated. So I took him off the leash and he was like running all over the place. Like he was so excited to be there. So I was like, you know what? Like I didn't get like my full workout, but Mr. Mohawk did. So that makes me happy, you know? Like seeing him happy like definitely makes me it gave me that dopamine, like seeing him run around freely. Cause like I take him out here in the back, but um, it's not as big as a park, you know. Sounds good, JJ. Um, come schedule. Let's see. But I think it is important to start off Mondays like with a positive note because I think perspective is such an important thing, and especially for example if the universe is trying to test us. So I am ready to embrace the opportunities that this week brings. I'm capable of achieving my goals and staying focused. And every day, especially on Mondays, is a fresh start, and I am excited to make the most of it. I get that. If my animals are happy, it really does. Like seeing him like go crazy at the park was like really it was really fulfilling. So even though for example I didn't get my workout in, I was like I could go the rest of the week. I'll just go Tuesday to Sunday, you know? Like usually I'll take a Sunday as my rest day, but and I still get like my walk in, you know? Mint. I don't know what is up because I started mine. I had two this month. Like, what is that? Like, why is the universe testing me like this? Like, I've had two. So weird, so out of the norm. But, yeah. Hi, boo boo. Hi, boo, my boo. It's, like, super weird because, like, I'm always, like, punctual. It's always consistent. But this month, I've had two. So it's, like, I'm just like, you know what? I think I really hope as long as for my birthday I don't have to deal with this, like I'll be happy. Like I just don't want to deal with this for my birthday, man. I'm just like, please, like I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. What's wrong, Boo Boo? What's wrong, sir? What is wrong, Saya? Saya. You wanna come over here? No? Let's sit over here. No? Let's sit over here. I don't know what he's trying to tell me. You know, actually, you're definitely right, Mint. It was like a very stressful month overall. Hi. Hello. Ah. Hello. Hello. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Your toy? Your toy? Is it your toy? No? Your toy. feels like playing, guys. It definitely affects, like, if you've had a stressful month, it definitely does affect you. That is a very good point. And also, because I've been reading into PMDD, because as you guys know, I have. He's such a playful mood today. Most neurodivergent women in general go through PMDD, and it's because we already have naturally um, women in general, because of the lady days, our estrogen goes down, and then add on top of that the emotional dysregulation that exists amongst neurodivergent women. That's why, like, our estrogen levels even go lower than the average person, which makes it even more difficult to stay out of anxiety, depression. Dude, I threw it. What is that? What is that? Oh, I know what you want. So basically, that's why stimulants don't work during that week. Let me just say, not in general, because as someone that takes stimulants, they work very well. But during that week, it's not so much. I don't know what he's trying to tell me today. But how's everyone's Monday, by the way? I think we should set some goals. I think we should set some goals for the week, so that way we could set a powerful tone for the week. What are our thoughts? I feel like I should put on a sweater on you. So, what are some goals that we have for this week? Me definitely is completing my tasks, of course, and then also staying consistent with my gym schedule. So since today I didn't go, I will be going Tuesday to Sunday for the days I didn't miss. What are you doing, weirdo? Yes, that's a good one to set, Mint. That's a really good one to set, because again, especially during that week, stimulants don't work. So naturally, it's a stressful time for us, you know, because of our estrogen levels going significantly down. There you go, dude. He is so spoiled. I just want someone to, like, feed me treats too all day like him. Do you think, for example, like me, again, like ways that I prepare with snacks, so that way, like, when something goes wrong, I have snacks in my car. Kids, you know, I have snacks in my car. I have snacks in all my purses. I have snacks here in my room, like everywhere. Like during that week, I make sure to prepare, and I just bring snacks everywhere. Because, like, I already know, like, a little thing is gonna throw me off, and it's like, it's something, unfortunately, because it's hormones, it's something like emotional regulation. It's difficult as it is, but it is manageable. But when you add the hormones factor, like, that is very challenging. So me personally, what helps is having, like, my favorite snacks. You don't have to apologize, Jay. It's too late to apologize. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, you don't have to apologize. Hello, Twitch. This is not a daily stream, as you guys could see. Do I have the mic on? Basically, it's my just chatting daily mental health check-in. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. It is setting the week for a positive tone, so that way we could have a successful and positive mindset for the week. Thank you. Oh my. How's that going for you, Jay? I get really triggered. Our estrogen levels go down. Like, it's science. Like, it's totally understandable, man. It's literally science. Like, naturally, a neurotypical woman, estrogen levels go down during that week. But then neurodivergent women, our estrogen goes down even more. And also add on top of that, like neurotypical women go through emotional dysregulation during that week. Us, every day. As a neurodivergent, every day we go through emotional regulation. But add the hormones factor on top of that, that's why it makes it so difficult, and that's why stimulants are not as effective during that week. And it's not funny, but it is funny because like during a week before I actually start, I'm already like, man, like why am I so depressed? Like I take my stimulants and I'm just like, I really don't want to do anything. I'm like, I really don't feel like doing anything. Like I just don't have the motivation or desire, and I take longer to do my task because like naturally mood swings, irritability, anxiety, those are all things, but add the hormones on top of that and it just makes it very difficult to manage these intense emotions. Wow! Jay, like you're traveling all over the world. That is so cool. You know what? I love the chips from New Orleans. There's like these voodoo chips. You know which ones I'm talking about? The voodoo chips are some of my favorite chips. They're so good. Where'd this dude go? I don't know where he went. That is so cool. I'm feeling very blessed, and I'm still deciding where, like, what I want to do for my birthday weekend. Part of me just wants to go to the weekend to Mexico City because that's where my longest friend is. 18 years. 18 years of friendship. And I had such a good time. Like last time I was just there for one day. And so I'm like, if I'm there like for example, I'm like, if I travel on my birthday at night, I work from home so I could work on Friday, and then when I get off of work, I'll like go eat in the city, explore the city, and then have Saturday to explore the whole city too, and then come back like on Sunday night. And like, but like, it's because I had such a good time and the food was so good. So I'm still deciding. I'm like, what do I want to do for my birthday? Because otherwise I would probably just go to San Diego. But I'm like, I had such a good time in Mexico City. So I'm kind of like tempted to just maybe go there. Or also, for example, I had planned to go next weekend to see my gamer friends. But I'm like, maybe I could move that trip to my actual birthday weekend. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I don't know. Hi, how's it going? I can't read what your name says, so please forgive me. Y'all, so Mr. Mohawk, as you guys can see, I try to cut his hair. That's why it looks so messed up. Like, I feel so guilty. Like, his hair usually looks a lot better, but I try to cut it, and I learned that I don't know how to cut dog's hair. So next time, I'm just gonna, like, get a groomer because clearly... Charette, welcome. Happy Monday, friend. How's it going for you? Wait, is it Monday for you? Hi, Adros. Welcome. How's your Monday going so far? We're starting it here with positive affirmations, you guys. And also a book, for example. So this is gonna be my book for the month. So every month I try to read like at least 2 books. And by read, I mean audiobooks, which still counts, you know. I'll listen to it while I'm on the treadmill at the gym or when I'm driving. So the book of this month is going to be Self-Care for Autistic People. So I'm pretty excited about this because, I've read a lot on autism because my nephew is autistic. But being able to understand, for example, look, like it says here, cultivating sensory safety, physical self-care, emotional self-care, and mental self-care, social self-care, and professional self-care. So I'm really excited to read this book so that way, because as you guys know, ADHDers, autism folks, we share some traits, not all of them, but to have a better understanding of the struggles that I don't experience, you know? Hi, Alpha, how's it going? Thank you, Adros. I appreciate you. I'm gonna start reading it today. I haven't read it, but this book was recommended by Dr. Kojo, so I'm pretty confident that it is a really good book. Like, look at this. The identifying red flags and green flags in friendship. I think that's so crucial, especially because, like, again, like, we are big people pleasers, and sometimes, like, we might not understand when someone's taking advantage of our kindness, like, that they see it as a weakness, you know, because we tend, yeah. So let's see, let's read this first part. So, why self-care is so important for autistic people. Living in a world that wasn't designed for you can be incredibly exhausting. Oh my god, I already love this book. Just by that. On a daily basis, you may need to navigate physical, emotional, cognitive, digestive, or other vulnerabilities that many autistic people experience. Plus, you might find that your sensory needs often go unconsidered, your communication and thinking styles are often disregarded, and you are frequently misunderstood. The weight of stigma and negative stereotypes further compounds these daily struggles. On top of that, you have all the regular responsibilities and stress that come with being a family member, a romantic partner, and or friend, an employee, and so on. It is 12:18 over here, Pacific time. Hi, King, and welcome, dude. He's invested. He's like, I want to know too. He's invested. Look at him. Or he wants, snacks. Probably wanting snacks. When you add up all these factors, they can result in you feeling tired, overwhelmed, and burned out. You deserve to relax, recharge, and reset your body. That's where self-care for autistic people comes in. Taking time to assess how you feel and address your needs is a vital way to restore your energy and tend to your health and overall well-being. Practicing self-care can help you improve your physical health, strengthen your relationships, enjoy more peaceful moments, set boundaries, and achieve goals. And it says here, practicing self-care isn't always easy for autistic people. Two obstacles might stand in your way when it comes to self-care. And I think this applies actually for neurodivergence in general, not just autistic folks. This part. Masking. Masking can pull you away from your authentic experience and make it challenging to connect with your needs and preferences. Thank you, Calvis Epic. I really appreciate you. And happy Monday, by the way. I am reading Self-Care for Autistic People, so feel free to if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Interoception difficulties. Many autistic people grapple with interoception, the ability to understand your body's internal signals. This further complicates self-care, as you might struggle to accurately gauge your physical and emotional states. The topic is self-care for autistic people and also neurodivergence in general. This is a really good book, you guys. Like, I haven't even read all of it, but just that is, like, I think such an important thing. And it's something that just neurodivergence in general struggle with. Masking and explaining, hello. Adros, I have heard that it's a really good natural supplement that helps with sleep. I personally don't take it, so I'm not going to say, yeah, it helps me. But I have heard multiple people and doctors talk about how it is a good natural supplement to help make you sleepy. But I just personally, I've never taken it, so I don't want to say, like, yeah, it's helped me in the past. Do you is worry? Do you mean, like, am I worried right now? Because right now I'm not worried, actually. It's been a great start to the day. Everyone, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate you. Did I say that right, Calvos Epic? Have you read this book, by the way? Self-Care for Autistic People. I'm excited because it really talks about, for example, okay, for example here. Wait. Okay, it didn't really help. The magnesium is the one that helps you sleep. Yeah, like something me personally is just the environment. Like when going to sleep. Thank you so much, Calva's Epic. I really appreciate you. Um, when it comes to sleep, I prepare 2 hours in advance. So I don't eat before I go to sleep. I don't shower before I go to sleep. And also, I don't use my phone ever in my bed because if you're laying down in the dark and scrolling through your phone, you're naturally training your brain to get used to staying up at night. So, for example, if I have a text, if I have anything I have to set up, I stand up and I do it. Like even if I'm like already in bed and I'm like like I will get up to so that way I could not train my brain to get used to being on the phone when I lay down, because being in your bed, you should train your brain to where it's only used for sleep and intimacy. And this is, by the way, by sleep experts, not me. And also, the ideal temperature to sleep in, to have like a heavier sleep, according to science, is 67 to 7 degrees. Of course. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And also, by the way, we have a Discord community. So if you would like to be added, please let me know. We do play video games. We play Marvel Rivals. We play Roblox. We play sometimes just Scribble in general. So um, let me know if you'd like to be added. We have an amazing community overall, and I feel very blessed. It is let me see. It took me a second, sorry. I was like, what is my Twitch on? Twitch. This is my first day streaming on YouTube, y'all. I was like, I want to try YouTube and see how that goes, you know? And I got a first sub today. So now what I'm going to do when I go live on TikTok, I'll go live on YouTube and on Twitch too. Like, I can't believe that on the first day, it's an amazing start to the week. Like, the first day on YouTube and I have an amazing subscriber. Like, so I think that's an amazing start to the week, you guys. Manifest. And so I'm going to start going live consistently then on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch, all 3 platforms. It is cold, but me, for example, now, like, I prefer it that way. So sleeping in the warm, I wake up multiple times at night, but it's all a process. So like, it's just training your brain, you know. But like, that's just by the sleep experts. The sleep experts say that the colder your room is, the more the better sleep you will have. But there are people that are opposites. Like, you know, like my boss is the total opposite. Like, he needs it to be warm. Like, I'm sweating. Biggs. Wait, what is that? Is that like a vitamin? I'm from California. I have no idea what that is. Are those like vitamins and supplements? I'm from California. Where are you from? So, I said skelf. Self-care starts with self-attunement, which is the practice of tuning into your inner experiences at any given moment. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you might take a step back and ask yourself, what specific influence is causing this feeling? What is your body asking for right now? Or if you're feeling anxious, you may take a pause to notice and name the story your mind is spinning at the moment. For autistic people, however, the intricacies of masking and the innate challenges with interoception can make self-attunement particularly difficult. I want to sit over here. No. Without the ability to assess your internal your internal states, your needs remain obscured, preventing you from addressing them. Complicating matters, and you might even disassociate from your body, a protective response stemming from the overwhelming nature of the world around you. If, like me, you discovered your autism later in life, by the time you realize this about yourself, you may be so disconnected from your body and core needs that you don't even know where to start. This is why, for many autistic people, self-care starts with rebuilding trust with your body. Your first steps will involve learning to listen to what you need, improving your communication with your body, working through past traumas, and learning to take your needs and pleasures seriously. You might not have previously treated your needs with much importance if you are someone who masks. If this is the case, then prioritizing yourself is actually a profound step toward unmasking and overall well-being. Your body deserves loving care, and you're the best person to provide it. After all, you know yourself better than anyone, so lean on that expertise to put yourself and your needs first. Wow, I love that. I really am liking this book. This is just the intro, and I think this is like such crucial information and such a good start to it too. OMG, Jay! I didn't know you were on Twitch. Thank you so much. OMG, I don't know where to do the heart. I'm like, I don't know what to do it. Thank you. I was like, I don't know where to do the heart. Thank you so much. Wow, like, it's so cool. Like, wait, was that Twitch or YouTube? I can't tell. Regardless, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Oh, fire. Wait, where are you from? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Fungi. That's what I call it on TikTok because, you know, I can't say what it is exactly. In New York, OMG, so is Jay. Yes, you did. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate your support. Thank you again. I'm not sure which one. And thank you, Adros. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay. Like, I'm so excited because it's like, I was like, if I'm streaming on TikTok, like, why wouldn't I stream on the other platforms? Eventually, the goal is to stream on Facebook too, but with Facebook, it's hard. Like, you have to have a certain amount of followers for the page. So, look at him. I'm boring him in the back. He's like, can you just get on with the program? Like, I'm sorry I'm boring you, sir. You have your treat back there. You don't want your treat, dude? You have your treat. Sir? Did you forget about your treat? His face. No, literally, like, I'm just like, sir, you have, like, your snacks there. Like, he wants to be hand-fed. I'm telling you, I want his life. Like, I want his life. Hello there. You want to sit here? No? Want to sit here? No? Okay. What is sensory self-care? For autistic people, sensory regulation is the fundamental build block of self-care. It's like the foundation of a house. The entire structure will fall apart if the foundation is off. If you lack sensory regulation, all your other systems will be off, and you might experience anxiety, irritability, or meltdowns. You might also struggle to focus when your sensory system goes haywire. Sensory self-care refers to the intentional practice of managing and meeting your sensory needs. Some common sensory needs include sensory detox, managing sound and smell sensitivity, deep pressure, or strong physical sensations and repetitive movements. When you practice sensory self care, you'll recognize and respond to these needs in order to create a more balanced and regulated sensory experience. For example, to address the need for deep pressure and sound regulation, you might want to lay under a weighted blanket with headphones on and listening to your favorite song on repeat. Oh my gosh, that's me! By practicing this type of sensory self care, you can foster more agency to regulate your emotions, executive functioning, and relationships. That is literally what I do. That is amazing. I literally put on my noise canceling headphones. I put on my weighted blanket in the back, and I will listen again depending what song of the month I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Ah, I lost the page. Oh wait, no, we're good. I'm gonna put a pen that way. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. Hi, big I'm gonna say big FF. Cause I like, I be getting on trouble on TikTok, and I'm trying not to. Welcome and happy Monday. How are you? It's called self-care for autistic people, but I think it should be self-care for neurodivergent folks in general, because, well, we have similar traits, but there are different levels of autism as well. So, 1, 2, and 3. So it just depends the level. But for example, when it comes to sensory overload, emotional regulation, difficulty understanding social cues, this limited social battery, we do share a lot of similarities when it comes to autistic folks and ADHD folks. Thank you, Mint. I appreciate you. Self-Care Monday. I really like this book. What do you guys think? I think it's really good. First day of the year, 12. Wow. I love that, big FF. First day of the year, 12 today. Wait, so you turned 12 today? What do you guys think? I think I should just read this in the lives. What do you guys think? That way, because I have to read this book. If you guys like this book, I'll keep reading it. So that way you guys don't have... I mean, if you guys want to buy it, you could buy it. But if not, I could read it for us. Because I have to read it. Actually, you guys, what if we do that? For my lives, I read self-care books. Autism, neurodivergent. I have this actually really cool book too, where I think it's in the kitchen, but it's all successful neurodivergent folks. So it's it has Elon Musk, Tim Burton, Michael Phelps, Einstein, Billie Eilish. It has successful people that are neurodivergent, either dyslexia, ADD, autism, different neurodivergence, mental health disorders. So I could yeah, I think that would be really cool actually. What do you think, Mint? Yeah, do you think that's a good idea? We could go through different books together too, and that way you guys don't have to spend money on the book, and it's something that yeah, Jay. Okay. Oh my God, Jay, I love you. He's I'm everywhere. He's not a bad idea, and then over here oh my God, much love. Seriously, much love, Jay. Okay, I love that. Okay, cool. Yeah, that way you guys don't have to spend on the book. If you guys want to, again, totally up to your discretion. And plus, it's we're neurodivergent fam, so I feel it's it's all helpful overall. Get to know your sensory profile. I'm glad you guys love the idea. Okay, perfect. Get to know your sensory profile. While you have more than 5 senses, there are typically the big 5 that come to mind when we talk about sensory sensitivities. By the way, you guys, if you guys are wait, can you repeat that? Please let me know. I have no issue repeating it. or if you guys like want to talk about like one of the things that we discuss in the book, like just, you know, raise your hand. No, I'm just kidding. No. Like, why am I treating this like school? No, like, just let me know and then we could stop to discuss it, you know? It says, oh yeah, sensory sensitivities: taste, smell, touch, sound, and sight. These five senses have a powerful influence over how you experience any given moment. And the first step in prioritizing sensory self care is getting to know what bothers you, your triggers, and exactly what your ideal sensory experience entails, your preferences. Collecting this information may sound simple, but it can be a big complex task for many autistic people because, one, you may have paradoxical or conflicting sensory experiences, or two, many autistic people struggle with body awareness. So you may have a hard time decoding what your sensory experience even is. If this task is challenging for you at first, know that you'll get better at it as you practice. Getting clarity about your sensory triggers and preferences in each of these five domains can equip you to accommodate your needs and cultivate an ideal sensory environment. It says go to chapter 2 to see the sensory needs, but I'm not going to jump in right away. Okay, so I think we could discuss okay, so do you guys know if you guys have certain sensory sensitivities that trigger you guys? I do. So I think this would be a good moment to discuss, so that way we could like find we could like maybe sometimes, for example, and I see it with content, like you may have these struggles, you may have these feelings, but you can't put it into words. So since we're a group here and a very loving and supportive one, let's discuss maybe some triggers that we have and then together find ways on how we could overcome it. Mr. Moha, dude, he really is. Like today he's been so hyper. I took him to the park. I took him running around the blocks here and he still has so much energy. I'm just like, yo, but I gave him so much snacks right now, so I think now he's having finally his food coma. Because I gave him like 2 snacks. I fed him like his favorite. He loves these pretzels. Like he loves these pretzels. So I fed him pretzels. Like he's in his food coma now, finally. His sugar crash. You know, they have like a little bit of sprinkled sugar. Maybe that's why he was so hyper. When I think of it, I'm like, you're so hyper. Like, how do you have this much energy? Duh. Ooh, okay. Like light, for example, like bright lights, like if you go and like in a regular room, me for example, lights with sound. So in my bathroom, I have 3 lights. So there's a light in the mirror, there's another light that's like naturally to the room, and then there's a light with the fan. And it sucks because I wish it was just the fan alone, but like even actually just the like no, if it was a fan alone, then I could turn off the lights and put the fan on. But the fact that the light goes with the sound of a fan is very triggering for me, so I never turn that light on. So I always have either the mirror light on or the other light on, because I already know that I'm sensitive to lights with sounds. Like, you know what shows I'm talking about? Like sometimes like the lights that like flicker and stuff, like that's like super triggering for me too. Oh, wow. Okay, no. So, for example, that is very, no, so that is very triggering, Corey, and that's totally understandable. Do you have like maybe shades that you could put on before you walk outside? So, me, for example, like I always carry my shades with me. So, in my purse, in my gym bag, I always carry shades with me because, yes, like, even at the grocery store, if the lights are too bright, I will keep my shades on. Like, I really don't care. Like, it's for my sake and for everyone at the grocery store's sake. You know, everyone wants me to stay calm, so I will wear my shades. So, possibly, do you think maybe putting on shades before you step outside would be helpful for you? Light. Oh, same. Okay, same. Some sounds. Oh, like, is it like loud people talking, me, that drives me insane when people talk loudly. Like, I'm like that. I hate when people talk loudly and then when they talk over each other. Like, it's like someone's talking and then someone talks even louder. And then, like, at bars, for example, in closed spaces, like, if it's people start talking very loud, I can't focus on who's, like, on the person that I'm talking to. And food textures are, oh, I'm trying to think of food textures. Like, if there's a food texture that I can't stand. Oysters. Oysters. I can't do oysters. I walk around my eyes for a few minutes. My bathroom light turns on as soon as I open the door. Oh my gosh. That sounds very frustrating. Wait, does it have sound or no? And you know, so, like, I've met people that have, like, red lights in their bathroom or blue lights. So that way, for example, at night, so it's not overwhelming, they put on, like, blue or red lights in their bathroom. And then also putting the level of light, too. So that way, like, you could adjust how bright it is and not just have it at a standard brightness, you know? I love raves, but if I don't have shades, I'd be a goner. Yes, no, for sure I need my shades at festivals. Like, there's no way. There's no way. I hate grocery store lights. Yeah. No, yes, 100%. Like, I walk with shades. Like, no shame. Luckily, the Ralphs that I go to, they actually surprisingly don't have too much light. They, like, I don't know if they're trying to save energy or what it is, but their lighting is nice. Like the local Ralphs that I always go to. And I know where everything is now at that grocery store, so I just go there all the time because I already know where it is, so it makes things easy for me to go get. And yes, too many people talking at the same time, that is very triggering. Because it's like, how are you supposed to focus? Hi, Alfita! I miss you too, dude. How have you been? How's life? It's Monday mental health check-in. Stray hair. Like, wait, you mean like hair anywhere? Like, just like random hair? Like on, like, you know, on like the desk or something? I can't stand eating fruits that are soft. Okay, okay. So like blueberries, raspberries. I'm trying to what? Oh, what? Bananas. Bananas? I was trying to think what else. But I'm trying to think what else. Thank you for the share, Luke. Thank you so much for being here, Jay. Thank you so much for the sub. I love you so much, man. Thank you for always coming and, you know, sharing your time, spreading joy, positivity, and, you know, I hope, you know, this new book was able to um help and better understand you and any of your struggles that you may be going through. And this is going to be our book for, I don't know, the next weeks, the month, until we finish it. Love you, Jay. I don't know which one. I'll put it in both. I have trouble with some veggies. Oh wow, the same as Big FF. Like, well, he said his fruit, but is it just veggies or is it fruit too, Mint? Yup, that okay. Wow, so do you, I'm curious, like, so do you, like, how do you avoid that? Like, do you clean every day? Because, for example, like, or do you have, I'm curious if you have pets too. Because, like, with pets, and then also, I'm just curious, like, what is your routine like to avoid that? I'm from California, Nipsey. Where are you from? Oh, that's, you know, that's understandable, man, especially because of the smell. The smell changes on it, you know, as to like a fresh banana and a ripe banana. But you guys know what the funny thing is? That ripe bananas are actually a lot healthier than the bright green ones. Like when they're ripe, that's like when they have the most amount of nutrients. And Magnesium. Like, it's like they're the healthiest when they're ripe. Isn't that funny? Because people, naturally we would expect the opposite. Because it's like, oh, like, that's very ripe. Like, it can't be, healthy. But it is. But it is. Don't mind the smell, just the texture. Oh, yeah, because they turn, actually, you're right. Because it turns, like, super soft. I mean, I don't like the smell when they turn ripe, but because they're healthy, I put them in a milkshake, so that way I'm just like, okay, like, I don't like the smell when they turn ripe, but because they're healthier, I just turn it into a milkshake, and, like, once it's in a milkshake, it doesn't bother me. It's just before the milkshake that I'm just like, yeah. The skin of pear smells. I didn't even notice that it had a smell. You know which one I like that bothers me so much is papaya. Like, papaya's like, oh, and then the inside like triggers my oh, it's a phobia I have. Try I don't want to Google it, because if I Google it, it's gonna show me pictures, and then you guys are gonna see me like want to throw up on stream. Uh oh, oh, I need, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT so that way it doesn't show me a picture. Phobia of little circles. Trypophobia. Gosh, that was gonna bother me. So papaya, I hate the smell, the texture, and it triggers my trypophobia. Like, have you guys seen the middle of a papaya? Like the little like the little circles it has? Like, it just is very triggering for me. So I hate papaya so much. Just talking about it makes me really upset. Cause now I'm thinking about trypophobia. Or if oranges are too dry. You're like, that amount of effort that it takes to chew an orange. I love mandarins. Mandarins are super easy to peel and like eat. I love mandarins. I think mandarins are like so easy, refreshing, and like they're always taste sweet too. And I just love that they're so easy to peel, Like, I love that about mandarins. I think we all said some really good triggers, and how we equipped ourselves to avoid these triggers, which I love. I love that all of us have an understanding of what our triggers are, whether it's lights, sounds, and also like how what are techniques that have helped us manage these triggers. So I love that, and I think we all deserve an applause at the fact that we all kind of understand our triggers. Yes! Keep chewing the skin. Put the lotion on the skin, Mints. Put the lotion on the skin. Or you'll get the hose again. It says... Again. If you are you the expert on yourself? So get curious and use that agency to improve your experiences. Discovering your sensory triggers can take some time and attention, but it's well worth the effort. Here are some ways to begin identifying your triggers. Keep a sensory trigger journal. Jot down how to feel throughout the day and what experiences cause discomfort or distress. Conduct a mindful environmental scan. Do a scan of your environment when you have a wave of discomfort to see if you can identify potential triggers. Notice muscle tension. Pay attention to when your body is clenching or bracing, and note what is happening around you at that time. When I was talking about trypophobia, my body was clenching. Seek professional support. Consider working with a trained professional like an occupational therapist who can guide you through identifying your sensory triggers and developing strategies to manage them. Knowing your sensory triggers will help you manage your environment and self-advocate for spaces that work for you. For example, when you enter a restaurant, you might say something like, I have light sensitivities. Is it okay if we sit in that corner rather than under this light? Taking control of your experiences in this way can empower you and help build self-advocacy, confidence, which are all forms of self-care. that is a great example. Like if you, for example, if we're sensitive to light and like we're going somewhere, like just automatically saying like, hey, I have light sensitivities, could we like go sit on a table that's not that, isn't that bright? That is like, that example is so important because some restaurants, yeah, like some tables are directly under the light, but you could always just say like, hey, could we sit at another table? Like little things like that, but the people pleasing in us is like always trying to make sure everyone else is comfortable. But that is taking control of your experiences will empower you. Yes, self advocacy and confidence. Yes, I love that example. Thank you, Sam. That is so sweet of you. I appreciate you. That is so sweet. Thank you, Sam. Right, Mint? Like, it's such a. You would say, like, that's so easy. Like, why didn't I think of that? But why didn't I think of that? Like, that's like little things like that are just like, wow, I am loving this book. I'm loving this book. I really am. Identifying your sensory preferences. Many autistic people find it easier to identify sensory triggers than sensory preferences. However, sensory preferences are just as important as sensory triggers. Your sensory preferences are what help you feel calm in your surroundings and soothe you when you're upset. Creating a soothing sensory environment helps you focus more effectively, stay grounded, and engage with people around you. Sensory preferences will vary a great deal from person to person. Someone who is highly sensitive to visual input may enjoy dim lighting in a clean and organized environment with no visual clutter. On the other hand, someone who is a visual seeker may enjoy disco lights, LED lights, spinners, and other visually stimulating elements. There are no right or wrong answers here, and you decide what works best for you. I love that a lot, for example, because I think a lot of people that, for example, may have ADHD or autism assume that everyone is the same. And I see it, for example, in like signs and symptom videos. It's like, I have autism and it's not like that. Or it's like, I have ADHD and it's not like that at all. But the thing is, and I love that this doctor is bringing awareness to it, is like, it doesn't affect us all the same. And I see it because me, for example, I can't drink coffee. It will put me to sleep. My boss drinks coffee every morning. We both have ADHD. It helps them be productive. Me, it will put me to sleep. But that doesn't mean that he or I don't have ADHD. It just affects us differently. Because our whole life we are told that our needs... Mint... Pure wisdom always comes out from you, Mint. You're absolutely right. Like, the people pleasing and the lack of boundaries is a real struggle. So 100% you're right, Mint. There are a variety of ways to explore your sensory preferences. You can cultivate self-awareness, take time to reflect on your experiences and how you often respond to different sensory stimuli. Notice how certain sounds, textures, smells, tastes, and visual stimuli affect your mood, energy levels, and overall well-being. Keep a sensory journal. Create a journal where you document your observations and reflections on your sensory experiences. Get feedback. Ask trusted friends and family members how they think you respond to different environments. Use a sensory checklist. A sensory checklist is a comprehensive list of sensory options, usually categorized by the different senses. You can find several free sensory preference checklists online. Simply search sensory preference checklist or go to my website, neurodivergentinsights.com, where I have several free sensory checklists. I'm writing that down. Oh wait, I could write it down here, but why didn't I think of that? Let's see, neurodivergent insights. I'm gonna check it out. It says, when you get a handle on what your sensory preferences are, you can make small changes to your surrounding to create a more peaceful, calming environment and be better equipped to advocate for your sensory needs. and know what soothes you when you are upset or experiencing sensory dysregulation. These are all ways of practicing self care as well. I love this book. This is such a good book, and I'm really excited to like read the rest of it because I think, well, no, for certainty, Mint made such a good point that we were told almost all our life that our needs don't matter, or that we're, that they don't exist, that we're fine. It's always like suppress, suppress, suppress. Like, I'm depressed. Like, no, you're fine. And it's like, okay, I'm fine. It's no, we're not. So, growing up, being raised consistently to mask throughout all of these years of our life, makes it very challenging to later be able to recognize and set the time aside to say, like, okay, these are my struggles and what are my triggers and how can I find ways to overcome them. So I love I love also how this doctor also puts examples of situations with sensory overload, and I just think the way she wrote this book is a very easy way to understand and also apply it to our lives. I'm really excited to finish this book with you guys. I think we're going to learn so much. And maybe there are things that we already know about. There are like a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, I knew this, but there are little things that, for example, I'm like, why don't I just ask to go sit somewhere else? Like, it's like little things that, because we still have that people pleaser side, it's it's nice to read it somewhere like, hey, she's right. I can just ask for these things. Wait, what do you mean? Do you hate something, or what do you mean? Hi, Diana. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the good vibes. I hope you're having an amazing day. And just in case you weren't here for the stream before, but we're going to be reading Self-Care for Autistic People. But this applies for neurodivergent people in general, because there are a lot of similar struggles that autistic folks and ADHDers go through, like sensory overload, texture sensitivity, masking. So there are a lot of things. Although this book says that for autistic people, it does also apply for ADHDers. So we'll be reading this again tomorrow. I'll be going live at 12 again. So, 12 p.m. Pacific time. But if you have any questions, it is on my profile. I finally uploaded the schedule. I'll be going live, you guys. And I'm going to stick to it. Yes. And I was on time today. I actually started like 10 minutes earlier. I was like, no. I was late last Friday. I'm going to make sure I'm on time today. So, this is going to be the book of the month. And I'm really excited to learn this with you guys, because it's something, again, that applies to a lot of us, neurodivergent gang. But before I end the live, you guys, do you guys have any questions of what we read today? And before we say the daily affirmations, does anyone have a question? If not, okay. Well, if you guys have any questions, remember, let me know. But we are going to end, as you guys know, with a positive affirmation. So, I attract positivity and abundance into my life this week. I am excited to take on new tasks and conquer this week with strength and with confidence. Yes! So, this is going to be a great day. This is going to be a great week. And we are going to continue to learn all amazing things from this book and discuss together and find ways together on how to overcome these struggles. Because you are not alone in these struggles. I'm not alone in these struggles. And as you guys know, my community is so beautiful, loving, and supportive. So I'm beyond blessed for you guys. Mint, I'm so glad I sent you that video, especially now knowing that you had a tough day. It was meant to be. I instantly saw it and thought of you. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to send this to him. So I was so glad that, you know, even from afar, I picked up on your vibrations. So thank you guys so much for being here today. I love you guys so much. I will be back tomorrow and we could continue this amazing book. And as you guys know, it says recharge, de-stress, and unmask. Yeah, I love that. So love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. And thank you, Mint. Love you. Bye, you guys.